allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
May I have a moment of silence, please? Roll call, Meg.
Counselor Coast?
Here.
Counselor Estrada?
Here.
Counselor Shamp?
Yes.
Counselor Chamberlain?
Happy to be here.
Counselor Sturts?
I'm
Counselor-
here.
Not happy to be here.
Counselor Fry?
Here.
All members are present. We have a quorum.
Thank you. Can we have approval of the prior meeting's minutes? So moved.
Second.
Motion moved by Counselor Coast and second by Counselor Sturts. Counselor Coast?
Yes.
Counselor Sturts?
Yes.
Counselor Estrada?
Yes.
Counselor Shamp?
Yes.
Counselor Chamberlain?
Yes.
Counselor Fry?
Yes.
6 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries.
Thank you. We have nobody wishing to address council today, so we'll move on to committee reports, and I think we have a park board.
I will kindly defer to the person that wrote them, so, or took the minutes at least.
Well, we really didn't have anything that we need to have approved through council, but there was some discussion about the soccer wall, whether that was in progress, when that will be up, and they are working on that. The concrete work that they've been doing around the city obviously has been halted by rain, and so they're just picking that up again. So that will be, the concrete wall for the soccer field will be finished if it's not already. The sunscreens for the ball diamonds are being put in, the remaining ball diamonds. I think there were sunscreens in on 2 fields near the main hub, and they're gonna finish putting in the other sunscreens on the other 2 fields. We had talked about a couple times just an estimate for how much it would take to either blacktop Biddle in sections or blacktop a main area, specifically for handicap accessibility, those in wheelchairs, things like that. And so Dave is gonna get us an estimate on that. But he said it would be approximately $4 to $5 a square foot. So I don't know how many square feet we would need out there, but he's gonna bring in a drawing to tell us how much maybe $50,000 would take us. So we're kind of working on that, and maybe that'll be something that we're gonna wanna put in a budget for several years to come. Sidewalks have been completed at Reard Park. They're gonna be taking out the old sidewalk and filling that in and making the lines up to the new sidewalk so that cars are off of the road just a little bit farther. Park Board asked about the budget for 2016 and wanted to know if they could provide input with that, which Dave welcomed that idea as well. Shane said that the girls' fast pitch tournament raised about $10,000, and there was 26 teams that participated in that. The Park Board is gonna start meeting in the parks, in the different parks, just to take a look at what's been worked on or what needs to be worked on. And so that's gonna start next month. Anything else, Shane?
What do they do with that 10,000?
That the softball board uses that for various projects related to softball. They in fact donated some money towards a fireworks show this year. They sponsor the high school softball scoreboard, a portion of that. So.
That's all for one tournament or a different tournament?
All for one.
All for one, yeah.
There's the baseball tournament as well out there, so we have some very nice ball diamonds, and I think that number will grow the more the tournaments we have. I think the more teams will have participating, so. But the next Park Board meeting is gonna be September 15th at Rotary Park, if anybody's interested. That's it.
Okay. Thank you. No action on that. gonna move on to department head reports. Ed?
Working with Sarah's Garden on their next phase of their playground project. Fencing, lighting, and security cameras. We've gotten all the final approvals with environmental reviews and applications down to the state. I met with Matt Rickner last week. Went over some finalizations on getting that work started for the fencing and everything. So I think we're going to be moving forward with that. Working with the community development block grant downtown. Still working with engineering services. I've procured 3 quotes from Peterman and Associates, Stantec, and another entity. So we'll be working through seeing what services we actually need to get those approved here in the future. And then just working with the building business owners. I had another applicant visit my office today for private rehab. But I had another applicant that was deemed ineligible last week also. So
That's good.
1 in, 1 out. So
Yeah.
that's it.
Haven't had any luck finding a grant for sidewalk in Leggett Street School, have you?
No, I haven't been looking into that. What I've suggested in the past, if we come up with like maybe a master plan for the city and maybe applying for some
Are
allocation
you still
monies.
looking into a joint with that, with possibility of looking into maybe having hospital, school, city, something in that remark, to where we could?
No, what I would suggest is that maybe we meet later and talk about maybe a bigger plan for something like that.
Like a loop, Helen?
With the community development block grants that I work with, I mean, it would be something more planned out and not just a little section. So I would suggest maybe applying for like allocation dollars next year. So,
Okay. Thank you.
sure.
Fire chief is not here, so we're gonna move on to the police chief.
Okay, just a reminder, school starts on Wednesday. Just asking drivers to take a little bit extra time and caution for kids out and about. Again, our Citizens Police Academy will be starting up in September. So far, we've got very few applications, so if anyone's interested, please let us know, because after about the first week in September, if I don't get more than 5, we'll have to cancel it again. And I prefer not to do that. And sometime in September, I will get with need to have a safety and code meeting to go over some possible legislation that I would like to see. But I wanted to get legal opinion first to see what direction we can go and if it's something we need to bring in. There's some issues reference drone usage as well as restrictions on open carry, especially in special events, such as a homecoming and chili cook-off and stuff like that. But I wanted to get the legal opinion before I take it before safety and code. That's it.
Busing times and everything is the same?
As far as I know, everything's the same, no changes. So,
Good. Thank you. Tom?
The Haas door project, I talked to the contractor today, they had and I ran into the state inspector for the plumbing. So they're gonna pour their floor. That project's running nice on schedule for them, so that's good. The sidewalks, a letter went out today to the 6 residents on Lawrence between the park and the fairway where we're gonna put the new sidewalk in. Got that scheduled for the week after fair. Dennis and I had preliminary talks with a site plan specialist for a company, and we're looking, and if this moves forward, we'll be looking at some annexation of property into the city, so we're hoping that'll move forward. Tim Dennis project, we finalized 9 units out there for him, and he said he's got those rented, so that project's moving pretty good for him.
When do they expect to be going into those? The
Pardon?
9 units?
The 9 that
When do they expect to be rented?
he wanted them rented Friday, but Edison wasn't done, so they're ready now, so.
Okay.
They got the gas lines hooked up and everything. He's doing pretty good out there, so the things we have going are going good, and it's nice that, talking with the other commercial projects in town, they're all real happy with Wood County as far as getting out here in a good time, a little bit better than what the state was, so that's a good thing. That's it.
Can I ask a question, Tom, real quick?
Sure.
Tom, what's the timeframe for the planning commission decision on the Pat West subdivision? Do you have any sense of
The meeting Monday.
maybe Monday? Okay.
As far as I know, they're going to, we didn't hold a special meeting, it must have determined the time frame looked like it could be up Sunday because it's a weekend, we're okay to go ahead and
Monday.
So the 24th, next Monday.
Thank you.
Okay. Dennis?
Just a couple things. We worked through the initial shop drawings for the Linfoot Street project. Those are the drawings for, well, in this case, basically materials that'll get used on the project, different kinds of pipes and brass fittings and so on and so forth, manholes and grates, castings that would be on top. Also, last Thursday was the much publicized neighborhood meeting for the Linfoot Street folks, the neighborhood meeting, if you will, of those that will be affected. Also, everybody in the Old Orchard subdivision was invited. And I don't know, I didn't count exactly, we probably had somewhere between 35 and 40 folks there. A good meeting, just a couple of basic questions from the audience that I think were answered to everybody's satisfaction. Afterwards, there was an opportunity in an open house fashion for folks to look at the plans and specifications. We had a couple different plan sets set up in the room, and engineers manning those where folks could come up and see what was going to happen right in front of their house and so on. And just a couple questions and answers came out of that. So I think overall we did a decent job of informing the affected landowners both this time and in prior meetings during the planning phase. So I did have two individual meetings with some affected folks that couldn't make it to the meeting. One was a company and one was a resident, but that all worked out well too. Lastly, this Friday morning is time to open up safety salt bids for this winter. So that takes place at 10 o'clock right here in this room. So hopefully we'll get some better pricing than last year.
So, is that it?
Yes, ma'am.
Real quick, on them plans, are they planning on putting a tap on the vacant lots? I think there's only a couple vacant lots. Are they still planning on putting storm water taps so they don't have to tear the road up a year after it's done?
If the answer to that question is yes, if the landowner tells us what they want and where they want it. We've done this before and speculated, and all of a sudden the water shut off ends up in being in a sidewalk, or oh gee, my driveway's there, I need it to be over here, and unless the property owner tells you where it's going to be, we're going to run a stub to the side, but there's a fine line there.
Right, but if they run a stub to the side, they can still reroute without tearing up the road though.
Yes.
That's what you hate to see, if the road tore up
Right.
6 months after.
For stuff that's underneath the road and not otherwise feasible, yes, we'll get it to that side of the road for open land. The other thing is that going to be one lot or two someday? But yes, yeah, we're going to do what we can.
Still looking at October, so.
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
yes, according to the contractor last week, they're looking at October sometime.
Okay. Jamie?
I don't have much tonight. I did want to let you know that the 2016 budget worksheets have been passed out to the department heads. I requested they be returned to me by the end of September so we can work on next year's budget. So that's all I have tonight.
Todd?
Spent a fair amount of time this past week working with Chief Sluter in reviewing and revising a draft contract for the meeting with the commissioners, I believe, our working session, which is to take place tomorrow, I think.
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock? I think that's a pretty good proposed draft. Worked with the folks in Archibald on that as well, and it sounds like there's going to be some good discussion on that tomorrow. Number of miscellaneous projects for the various department heads past couple of weeks, and then gearing up, we'll be meeting with Clemens Nelson on Thursday to go over their draft of the job descriptions, to keep that process moving along. So I guess that's it.
Is that it? Okay. Anything else? All
Oh,
right.
I did want to thank the police department, the fire department for their support and effort in the Tomahawk Trot, which was a week or so ago on the 7th. That was a great night for a race. We had lots of good participants, lots of good food, lots of good pictures on Dave's Running, davesrunning.com, I think, if you were to go there. And just a great community event. I want to thank the community for supporting it. Lots of high school and junior high athletes were out, and it was just it's a nice function for the city, and appreciate the support. And I guess I should wish a happy birthday, happy 29th birthday to our mayor.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. I want to add one more thing. Dennis, you guys did a great job on the sidewalks out on Elm Street. Those look great. I probably have had 12 or 13 compliments, and most of them are coming from the people out there that are utilizing them. We had a function out at the church, and many of them came out and said what a wonderful job, and that they are very much looking forward to using them this winter. So
I'll pass that along to the guys.
yeah, so good job. Kudos to them. We got Tinkerbell in here, I think, too. Okay, let's move on to first reading of legislation. Resolution 2015-24, to amend ordinance 2014-16, the annual appropriation ordinance by authorizing the Director of Finance to increase or decrease certain line account appropriations within the variation funds listed within the year of 2015.
So moved.
Okay.
Motion moved by Counselor Coast and second by Counselor Sturts. Is there any discussion? Counselor Coast?
Yes.
Counselor Sturts?
Yes.
Counselor Strata?
Yes.
Counselor Shamp?
Yes.
Counselor Chamberlain?
Yes.
Counselor Fry?
Yes.
6 yeas, 0 nays, resolution
25.
2015-24 passes and is now in effect.
24, is it 25?
I think it's,
It's 25.
yeah, just to clarify, it should be 25.
Oh, 25,
Yeah.
so,
That's what it
okay,
is.
correction.
That's what they-
Correct.
we couldn't say.
Resolution 2015-25 passes.
Okay. Second reading. Resolution 2015-23, authorizing the mayor to advertise for bids for repainting of the water treatment plant's east clarifier, authorizing the mayor to accept the lowest and best bid, authorizing the mayor to enter into contract with the lowest and best bidder.
Second reading?
Second.
Motion moved by Counselor Chamberlain and second by Counselor Fry. Is there any discussion? Counselor Chamberlain?
Yes.
Counselor Fry?
Yes.
Counselor Sturts?
Yes.
Counselor Shamp?
Yes.
Counselor Strata?
Yes.
Counselor Coats?
Yes.
6 yeas, 0 nays, resolution 2015-23 passes on second reading.
Okay, we have nothing under the third reading. Under new business, let's see, I do have quite a bit here, but first we're going to accept the letter of retirement for Marcia Grant as the Assistant Director of Finance. You need a motion for this, please?
I'll make the motion. Second.
Motion moved by Counselor Sturts and second by Counselor Coast. Counselor Sturts?
Yes.
Counselor Coast?
Yes.
Counselor Strata?
Yes.
Counselor Shamp?
Yes.
Counselor Chamberlain?
Yes.
Counselor Fry?
Yes.
6 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries.
Thank you. Okay, let's see, the second thing under new business, I did get a thank you from Sue Badoff that she would like me to read to you. It says, "Dear Mayor and Council, thank you for allowing our family to be one of the representatives at the ceremony with the 180th Fighter Wing. It was a great honor to our it was a great honor for our wonderful city." So that was from Sue Badoff and her family. Very honored to show this. Jamie Jagir, thank you very, very much. This is the Ohio Audit of State Award presented to the City of Wauseon. This award is presented for exemplary financial reporting in accordance with generally accepted accounting principles, meaning no flaws. She did very well.
Very good.
And she
Did we
did-
ever get those with that last?
That's what I
It's a new
just read.
program.
She hit
That's a new program. There you go.
It's happy not to be indicted.
It's a new program.
I like that. And let's see, another thing is, this last Saturday, I attended the Statement of Support for the Guard of Reserve and for the City of Wauseon, and they presented me with this certificate stating that the City of Wauseon does support the reserves and Guard and Reserves as the employers. So it was an honor to be there, not only just to go and represent Wauseon, but the representatives that were there. We had a 5-year POW representative that sat there and talked, and we also had Brigadier General Steve Coker was there. We had just many representatives from all different areas of our military, and it was an honor to meet them all, and they were very, very excited to have, I think I was the only one there that represented a city. So they were excited for that, to hear that somebody would come from a city and encourage this. So it was a good day to be able to be in the same presence with some amazing people, and they really wanted to encourage our city and other cities to remember our military, and when they do go and take time off work and represent our country. So I wanted to let you know that that was a good day, and we were honored with the certificate, and would like that we definitely need to get some sort of a wall to put some of these things, because we're really bringing in a lot of certificates and coins and things for the City of Wauseon, and that's an honor. And the last thing, I don't know if we had city council since then, but the movie, I attended that, and I think we probably had, I'm gonna say at least 300 kids in the park that attended the movie from the Chamber of Commerce, the Frozen movie. And with those 300 kids were parents, and the F&M Bake brought down popcorn, and the Sarah's Garden had this huge inflatable screen, and the lineup for this movie, or to meet the Frozen characters, was the whole length of Reard Park. It was an amazing night, and it was a family night. It was family oriented, and it was just a great thing to see. And the kids were in the park. They had blankets, they had chairs, they had popcorn, and Reard Park was full with family, and it was a good night. And I think Chamber will be doing this again. It was already requested. They didn't feel the mosquitoes that night. It was a good night. So kudos to Wauseon and the Chamber of Commerce for doing that for our kids. So that was the last thing. A lot of good stuff going on in Wauseon. So anything else? Anybody got anything?
Dennis, do you think the guys will get the crosswalk down on Linfoot before the first day of school?
They're supposed to.
Okay. And then, Chief, pedestrians and crosswalks have the right of way, correct?
Yes.
Okay, all right, thank you.
As long as they're not going against the road.
All right. I was worried about the kids. I just want to remind the kids crossing
Yes.
Linfoot Street, they have the right of way there.
They're supposed to, but just.
Yeah,
something about it.
yep. All right. Thank you.
Always use due diligence.
What are we doing at the crosswalks?
Crossing them.
Just lining the road. Just marking the road.
Oh, okay.
On Linfoot
I guess
Street.
I missed that one.
They're supposed to have it right away.
Yep.
Oh, the new one, okay. We gotta pay the bills first before we go into executive. Okay, can we have a motion to pay the bills, please?
So moved.
Second.
Motion moved by Counselor Coast and second by Counselor Estrada Counselor Coast?
Yes.
Counselor Strata?
Yes.
Counselor Shamp?
Yes.
Counselor Chamberlain?
Yes.
Counselor Sturts?
Yes.
Counselor Frye?
Yes.
6 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries.
There's gonna be executive session?
I'm going to say that in just a second here. I'd like to make, someone to make motion for executive session to consider the purchase of sale of real estate and property.
We probably should have amended the agenda to reflect the executive session at the beginning. But I make a motion to move into executive session.
Second.
Motion moved by Counselor Chamberlain and second by Counselor Coast. Counselor Chamberlain?
Yes.
Counselor Coast?
Yes.
Counselor Strata?
Yes.
Counselor Shamp?
Yes.
Counselor Sturts?
Yes.
Counselor Frye?
Yes.
6 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries.